the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on last year's national champion, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he... the 18. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the back from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking downfield, it's Carney. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not...
There he goes! They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and trying to keep this drive alive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third down, he drops the throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Under fire. And down he goes back at the 3. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
To the air on second down. Fires toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. From the 22 on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
For the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Back to throw, it's Carney. That's caught, it's Russell. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Wants to fire on second down. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. It's a seam wide open. Inside. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Orange.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
Might be calling a hot route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Takes the handoff. It's Willis. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. To the air, it's Carney. Under fire. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And the field goal unit is on the field. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They're going to ride this running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for a man. It's Carney. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that down, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The Orange will have to punt. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch at the 45. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly out to the tight end. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught, close to the marker, it's Harrell. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. to the house. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Carney. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Makes the grab on the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. From the gun, running back gets the give. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Going right to work up top. That's reeled in. It's Harrell. At midfield, he's got room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They are seizing control and taking away home as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Give out of the gun. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting...
He wants to go deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He might want another play. Back to pass on second down. Finds his tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got him downfield. Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, in that kind of situation, in that field position on your own side of the field, third and short, defense was definitely thinking run, and instead they throw the football, they catch him off guard. It's an explosive play, now setting up first and goal.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the pummeling has started.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This drive will open from the 15. Leaves it with the back. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6. Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short. Looking for a gap. It's Isaac. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
To the air, it's Carney. They get to him as he throws. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he can fill up the hand now with that big man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
And back to the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Defense in press coverage. Wants to go up top on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush and a better job forcing a turnover.
The Irish couldn't have asked for better field position. They'll start this drive first and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Now he's going to break the pocket. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Running back searching for a hole. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This guy's just playing like an All-American his last couple games out now. Last game he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
Back to throw, it's Carney. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Orange will have to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. He wants to change this route. They'll start this drive with a pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He slings it deep to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but When you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Big guy tries to barrel in. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Quarterback may change this route. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give on the inside. Shakes off the defender. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. Looking downfield on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A first down for the offense. Looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harrell. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that anymore.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Syracuse will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Across the 25. There he goes. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Irish. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yeoman Stadium. They're up by 11 over Army. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gives it on the option. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Isaac. Crosses the 35. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Oh, they're after him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna swing it on second down. On target to the left. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. Just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. To the air on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down, second in California, and that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this third down a whole lot more manageable now. Let's see if he can make a play here and keep his offense on the field.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
Here come the Irish back on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose. And some room to work. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, just to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got him this time. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Inside the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. He's got it on the run. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish